Hello, it is Amnian Nights, episode possibly 49, possibly
8.
50,
40.
51,
48.
52, Jesus says. No, 48. Last time, we continued our way up the mountain through the ancient forge, fighting a couple of large snake-like creatures, one of which swallowed obsidian whole, took a swim in lava, and then due to his potent thrashing around inside, regurgitated him, submerged in lava, which did damage. It did not do fatal damage. He was pulled out of the lava by Sire. The creature fled, and they have continued off through the other end of the forge to a mountain surrounded by a large tower. A huge tower. A ridiculous tower. A giant-sized tower. They tried to get him through the front door. Decided to sneak in the scaffolding instead. Did a lot of climbing. We're currently 120 foot up, I believe. Or 180, I can't remember. 3 ladders, I think it's 180. And yeah, have just been noticed by a very, very large cat. And that is where we are picking up. So I will take us through. Oh yeah, and in the dying seconds of the game, we found out what a hacker monkey is. He was the elite hacksaw. So yeah, we go through. One of the players speak?
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
What's up? Okay. So,
Upon seeing,
yes, Syrian
you're starting.
Syrian Pivot walked into the room, and we had just had in the corner a couple of large glowing eyes as a particularly large lion type creature prowls out from the shadows and looks at you all.
Siva has a fondness for animals in general. Mostly horses, that's true. But this thing could be a mount, so she's going to very slowly reach for her bag, try to fish out a ration of sort, especially a mini dried meat, maybe kind of ration, and go. It's okay. We tried the door. It's okay.
Asher's gonna go. Pss, 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 pss.
Make an animal handling check, Siri.
With advantage because of the ration? No? No? Okay.
Clearly, it's advantage because of the pss.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm proficient in.
That was a 1 for a second.
It slightly lowers its head and moves towards you.
I might. Do I want to take a step back? No, I'm not prey. I am not prey. I will stand my ground. Not move. No direct eye contact. Kura, Kura is summoned. I'm just gonna put them in my because so Kura's next to me. There you go. Hi, Kura. I'm gonna extend my hand and let it sniff me. That works. Don't scratch me in it. You have to cat. Don't scratch me.
Leans down, takes rather roughly the treat from your hand, and then it is going to do that thing you sometimes see tigers and lions do in captivity, where like it tries to basically pull itself up onto you, and it is going to make an advantageous claw attack at you.
A claw? I thought he was climbing on me for cuddles.
Yeah. Well, as this claw rakes across you, you feel that it isn't actually slashing you, it's just batting you about.
Okay.
It's certainly rough, and you are technically grappled as it pulls into you.
By
But
this.
you feel that it isn't puncturing, it isn't trying to kill, it just seems to be fucking with you a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna try to reach for that next spot behind the neck, between the ears. Could go real badly. It's okay. You're a big cat. You're a big kitty cat. And we're in your house.
It releases you and sort of steps around to move past you, and is going to swipe out at Kura. This shimmering. Oh, by the way, no, sorry. Others can see Kura, yeah. At this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to swat out at Kura quite hard as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which I imagine would just be enough to poof him out.
Yes, it would.
When
If
he-
it
and when
hits,
he-
then it would.
When he does, it just like stops looking around for Kura for a moment.
Kura might manifest a little bit further away. Maybe here. Can I think? Yeah, maybe here.
Yeah, you can drag it out still, I think.
Yes, I can. I just summoned a roof.
What?
Yeah. I just clicked somewhere and the roof came up. And I am now somewhere else.
I
Press
will
tab.
bring Gora.
Tab is nothing.
Oh yeah, something weird's happening. I'm not sure what's happening there. Yeah.
But basically, within like 30 feet, I'd like Cora to manifest and then sort of move, kind of like, I guess the D&D very high-tech equivalent of pointing a light laser, sort of like a floor, and fucking with the cat's attention span. And I would like to use that opportunity to slowly back away.
What is happening?
No, other direction, DM. Not toward my friends.
Oh, I didn't see what you pinged. It's just I'm just having a run around getting
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so kind of like further away from here, then I go like. So ideally, the cute little cat is distracted between Kura popping in and out of existence. Okay, so what do we do?
Well, if we're planning on going in to try and sneak through this lady's house, I guess we see if he'll let us go by.
Should we try and wake her so we can talk?
I don't know.
If we
It depends on how
if we
many
do-
weapons we see inside.
do a
Also-
very large noise, this cat might spook and attack us. It's got large claws.
As you're saying
Is
this,
it?
Siri, just behind you again, having drifted away from the cloud thing, it's got
Oh.
you again.
Okay. It's heavy.
And it's basically pulling Siri backwards at the point where she's standing, she's a bit like.
Okay. No panic.
Also, if we go down further down into the levels, we're probably going to have to come out through the front door. So we'd have to make sure we can open it. Actually, I could probably get us back up. Yes, I think so.
Psst, psst, psst. Hello.
Whatever you
Attention
guys
here to me.
And
Actually, you know what? Let's
looking
just
at Pip and Asher, it tenses for a moment and then pounces, going right above them and grabbing onto the ladder partway up and just continues mounting and climbing up out of sight.
It goes further up.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. That was rather scary.
Actually went better than it could have. Sounds of snoring still
You hear some heavy.
audible.
You hear it disappears up the scaffolding, and you hear a bit like of dislodged stonework and scratching. And then a moment later, you hear from the floorboards above you that clearly the beast is now a floor above.
And below, do we hear the snoring?
No, above you hear the snoring.
Above us, we hear the snoring. Okay. And we can't see anything really interesting below. Just what we
You
see
see
here.
a long drop down. You see 4 large stone figures holding chains and a lift platform. You see there are not apparently here, but there's a square hole in the ceiling from the upper floor.
Mm-hmm.
But you all know this.
It's been so long.
And there's a chain that runs all the way up. So you could head outside, you could go down, take the lift up, you could climb these chains, or you could fly up if you have the means to fly another 60 foot.
I think we need to follow Kitty. I'm gonna
Do you
whisper.
think we need to go up rather than down?
I mean, that's where it kind of sounds like she is. And even if we're gonna like try and steal the key, chances are she has it. Whether we talk to her or just continue sneaking around her house for some reason.
Well, if that's where we think it is, then we should probably just take the ladder up one way or another, right? Unless you think it's worth looking around downstairs.
I don't
First?
like the look of those statue things,
Mm,
if I'm being honest.
I know, what a terrible job.
Also, would we just climb down the... Would we just climb down the chains? I don't
Well,
see any way of activating that thing.
I imagine it's activated from below, but I could get us down there. Getting up, well, if we can use the door, we can always just walk out.
What would we be looking out for? We went downstairs. If the plan is to either talk to the giantess or kill her, then we'd probably seek her out.
Well, I suppose a third option is try and find the key and take it without her noticing. It's not hers after all.
I still
How
think
did she
we
come
should
to have
just
it?
talk to her.
Did she steal it? Did she take it by force?
That's weird.
I
I know, the cat is
So-
not here, by the way.
don't remember the
So they would
exact
know.
circumstance.
Oddly, the roof has just decided to be an impermeable barrier for the screen viewer add-on, even though it has not been for the end of last session or the start
Well,
of this
also,
one.
the token says plus 40 feet, but then when I hover over it, it says 50 feet. And ours say 40 feet, and I hover over and they say 15 feet. So everything's very strange.
What? I mean, when you hover over, this is the
Oh, that's the
distance from you
distance
to...
from you. Oh my god. Idiot.
Yeah, I'm not sure why suddenly the stream viewer went completely different. Oh well, this might be a... When you're upstairs, at least I can just hide the roof. I thought cat would help, but no, guess not.
So,
The key
I never
was... You've been told the key was stolen by Hestine during a battle that the knights were engaged in with a dragon shortly before their destruction dissolution, disbanding.
I was going to suggest we pursue the what do you call it? Talkative route, but I don't feel so bad taking it back if I know that she stole it anyway.
It has been a while, and apparently this has been useless to her. Sildil has been rather sure that no one has reached the place. I would presume that the key is just inanimate and doesn't do anything.
Should we all go up, or are we going to try and be stealthy? Or, like you say, Asher, are we going to wake her?
I mean, I thought it would be a good idea. We could just poke our eyes in, make sure it looks chill, and then talk to her.
Could
Really?
do.
You said
Just
poke
be like,
her
"Chloe."
eyes in? You said
No.
poke our eyes
Our
in.
eyes!
You really said
Oh.
weird. Poke her eyes in. I was like,
Stop
Jesus.
hearing what you want to hear! We poke
Okay.
our eyes in and just see how it looks, and, then just be like, "Excuse me, your door was locked, and so sorry to bother you, but..."
I'm gonna start slowly climbing up.
So I'm definitely following.
All right.
I pressed climb up, but I didn't do anything.
Yeah, me changing the scale of this map did not do what? Ah, Jesus.
I mean,
Where's Pip?
I'm in the
Where's Pip?
void.
Where's Pip? Where did he go? No, really, where did Pip go?
I don't know. I can't see anything, including myself. Did you delete me?
No, I really don't
Bye,
think
Pip.
I did. But okay, sure. Let me let me. So Siri. 20. Let's pause for a moment, Siri, while I'm getting everybody else.
I don't know how to hack the system, so
That's
the
true.
pause for me.
Only Monkey
That's
is
just a little bit of time travel.
is a slightly leak hacker man. Not particularly leak though, because he didn't know that he was. That everyone could see him in the system. He thought he was hacker man. He was Emperor's New Clothes. So yeah, climbing up, you all find a bit of stone ledge that leans around precariously. You can see heavy. You can see heavy like scratch marks, and there is an open window here that you can just about, without a check, all lean around and step into the building.
When you unpause it. Okay.
Are we all stepping in?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a giant in that bed?
So hold on, I will hide the roof.
They didn't need a cat, is there?
Too many things
Mhm.
to do here in one go.
So it's
Let's have a look.
interesting scene. Oh.
Yes, asleep in the huge bed is a huge individual. Well, she's obviously not doing any of these things. She is dressed in such a way. She does have the odd stones and bracelets of like crackling stone energy, but she doesn't have a pouch with a little gold dragon born in.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that dragonborn would be to scale. Like, that's how big we are to her.
No, that's how small you are.
I mean,
to
yeah.
her.
That's how small
Yes, she is large. Well, she's huge.
we are. Cool. So we're Barbie sized to her.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you see
Cool.
the lion is curled on top of what looks to be a huge, like, furnace. I'll unpause the game.
Okay.
Stage whisper, so
Yeah.
microphone.
I am whispering. Okay, so she's so much bigger than I was thinking.
She's a giant.
What is our backup plan if she decides to step on us for breaking into her house?
Siri just looks at Obsidian and then looks at her weapons.
No, man, she will toss us like a rag doll.
We grab the key and run.
What key?
Oh,
DM,
did that just
The
happen?
floor doesn't very...
I don't think it really very well conveyed that the lift is all the way down at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I was just
It looked
moving
like it
the
was
lift.
here.
I was moving the lift tile out the way, so that is a drop all the way down to the bottom.
Great.
Ah, something that we can fall down. Excellent.
Yay.
Or escape
Or be
through.
thrown down.
Or escape through was my.
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
If Siri hadn't moved away from the edge, I absolutely was about to have a cat just look at you and look and do the. And just knock Siri off the edge.
Yeah.
Yes, TJ.
The dimensions of the giantess are clear, but what about the furniture, aka would we need to climb up to see anything on the table surfaces or things like
Yes. Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They are table. The tables are like 15 feet up. As a general rule, we're going to call the furniture 15 foot up.
that?
Mm-hmm.
So you're just seeing. You feel like if you were shrunk down to ant size in a normal house at the moment. Okay, not ant size, maybe. Barbie, as we said. A Blinsky toy.
Yes.
Could really have used the spell to locate the key or something.
Well, maybe it's on a table or in a chest.
In her chest. On a necklace.
Oh, I thought you meant like she keeps it in her bra.
Okay. Do you? Turning to Atticus, I'm just gonna whisper. Do you have to Pip? To Atticus too. Apipkus? Whatever. Anyways, turning to you, I'm gonna say, do you have anything that can make her fall back asleep if she wakes up very grumpy?
He'll dive into his scholar's pack and pull out his spellbook and start looking at
Obsidian's like,
Think about it.
No. I can slow her down, or make somebody invisible, or teleport. I can catapult acid at her.
How much can you like bounce around the room, teleport?
I can do it a couple of times.
Cool. That's something. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Good.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The lion stares a bit and just.
Oh my god.
So should we look around then?
Yeah,
Sure.
Do you want me to wake her up?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so.
So if she does wake up, she'll know we're just burglars and not people who were trying to just talk to her.
Perhaps you could try to convince her that we're just looking for something that has been misplaced
In her house.
by her. Yes, by her.
This
Right.
Hmm.
I think.
I believe we went down that path once.
Okay, okay. So we're not talking to her. I just want to confirm before we start rifling through her things. Well,
Asher,
she's
do you
right
want
there.
to talk to this creature?
I mean,
Does she even speak common? Does she?
oh god, I don't know.
I think most giants generally do. It's called the common tongue for a reason.
I mean,
Very popular.
I know a few different languages. I don't speak giant though.
I only know Celestial and Elvish.
Goblin and Undercommon, and a few.
I'm just a mindless murderer, so I will follow your lead on this.
I haven't learned tongues yet.
Alright, weird take, but okay, let's go. Everybody be quiet.
How do we get on the table?
I thought there was the other. I thought you were going to talk to her.
Could we climb on the chair first?
I thought I wasn't talking to her. Oh my god!
I said I'd follow your lead.
I'm absolutely doing this in like the panic, trying to be quiet. Like, what are we doing?
You've watched, all of you, the cat jump from the oven up onto the rafters above you and clatter around the room.
You know what? In the meantime,
It now stops.
Asher,
and
once
it
you
looks-
decide.
It looks at you all. The lions just sat there looking at you.
Whilst Asher decides what to do, I'd like to use my Cura port to just like bamf on the table.
Yeah.
Might be one of the last chances to get her attention on our terms.
Yeah, I'm
He sort
gonna
of
do it. I'm
looks
gonna
at
do
the
it. Be ready to
looks
run.
at the cat hanging over the person. This is not going to end well.
Yeah, you be ready to slow her, and I'm gonna start like clapping and just being like, "Excuse me." Oh my god.
Can I try to
excuse
hide on the
me,
table
madam?
while she's doing that?
There is a
I like to fight.
slow
Rolling of
groaning roll as she rolls a turn over, and it just happens for so long. There's just so much of her to roll, and she sits up and looks around confused. Her eyes not dropping down to like your level for a few moments.
While she's doing that big roll, I'm gonna grab some things out of my bag. I'm just, hello, and I'm gonna wave my arms. Hello.
She looks down at you, and she does double take for a moment and opens her mouth to speak. But then the lion leaps down from the rafter, like onto her shoulder, and she like jumps and like throws it off, and like it lands deftly on the floor in front of you all before jumping up onto the desk, knocking several of the scrolls over, jumping onto the stool, which tips with it, and then running and jumping back up onto the furnace. And yeah, Hestine looks back down at you with narrowed eyes, and then sees Obsidian and Pip.
So sorry to interrupt your sleep. We attempted knocking on your door quite a few times, but I think maybe just because of our small stature, you could not hear us. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Asher Vasher, and I have brought you gifts. And I'm gonna hold forth a book and what would appear to be a healing potion in a shiny little glass bottle.
She narrows her eyes and says in a language... What, do any of you speak giant? I didn't hear.
I think we've established that we do not.
Says, Groskul dans kagrol, en das kundagro.
I'm gonna repeat what I just said in both Undercommon and Goblin. And see if it gets any hits.
Fandu naf gindaril.
I really wish
Pip,
I'd learned
are those
to comprehend
spells?
languages. I don't speak giant.
I'm just gonna bow and like very clearly offer the things.
What are the things, do you say?
A book and a shiny looking
Which book?
The History of
She stands up.
And what like looks like a shiny little healing potion.
And it just comes towards you. It's just like the rafters mostly go. And she looks down. Fereskul Dagangrusk. And this huge hand just... And yeah, gingerly takes the book and the healing potion. Looks across you all. Fall dos Grau.
In common, I'm gonna say, I'm so sorry. Absolutely so
Asher,
sorry.
Asher,
I don't understand.
Message?
Does that, yeah, I'll try it. Having no idea if it will work. I will try to message her. Saying the same thing.
I'm now reading it. I don't think I don't think it's something that transcends language. You whisper a message and then they hear it in their head. Yeah, that's no good.
Holds a bottle to you. Fuskarol. Fuskarol do.
I don't think that's precise.
Is that something that we could get the vibe about?
I think she's saying it's too small.
I'm pretty sure she's saying that's what the fuck is she supposed to do with that minuscule thing? That is.
As she sniffs, Asher, you see the liquid soul.
Wait, she's snorting it?
No, not fully, but like it wants to.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Did she just drink that?
No, she gave it the tip of her tongue.
Okay. I can't imagine that would have any effect on her.
Sits back heavily on the corner of the bed, looking down at you all, arms crossed.
Cool. All right. I am going to use prestidigitation to form the image of a key, a shiny, shiny key, and then poof again a dragon, and then poof a dragon and a key.
Vusagrudun.
Does she recognize Havala?
Remember, they said before you left the city they weren't going to come in with you. This would be your challenge for membership. So I've not taken the book.
Oh, of course, yes.
I've not
Thank
taken
you.
the
Sorry,
icons
yes.
off, but they're waiting outside.
Yes. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe say his name.
Points at Obsidian. Volaskudun. Volaskul.
Bahamut?
To Obsidian she goes,
Gonna put you with her other dragonborn.
Going well. He will just mutter, passing Asher
Oh,
by.
gone terribly.
puts her whole hand down on the ground next to you, Obsidian, and like gives her a school.
Well, if it comes to blows, this saves me the climb. Walk onto the hand.
She'll lift it up, hold it in front of her, be like, all very patient.
Mhm.
plumps you quite roughly, but not unkindly, on the bed a respectable distance down away. Good to seem stupid. Good to seem not common. See if you let slip your goal.
Totally understandable. I've done it many a time myself. Again, my name is Asher Vasher.
I know.
It's a pleasure to meet you. We are hoping to perhaps talk to you about a key to a hall of Bahamut that you might be in possession of.
I do still have it.
Wonderful. We are actually looking to restore the order. There's a whole bunch of things going on in the world. I don't know how often you get out, but there's some really bad people shaking things up, and we were hoping to restore the order and really kind of get that all together. And we were told that we could get the key from you if
Who told you this?
an old
I will have no more business with red dragons.
He's not red, is he? Is he red?
No,
Kurigalzu
but
could be red.
Korrigalzu was.
No, but our buddy,
No, he's silver.
Pablo, yeah.
No, but it was the
Oh,
battle where
nobody-
Korrigalzu was
nobody's,
slain.
No red dragons here. The only dragon I know is silver.
Friendly dragons.
Very.
Slippy dragons.
Oh, I don't know.
Silver tongue.
Maybe you could help with the order.
Oh, yeah.
Why would I do such a thing?
Well, we're restoring it. It needs numbers.
Because we need to defeat an evil dragon. It's called Sendax.
Good dragons, evil dragons. Sometimes kill good dragons, sometimes kill evil dragons. Sometimes the other way around. Giants care about giant business.
Well, very well. To each their own then. About the key, though, if you're not using it, we'd love to take it off your hands.
Pointless bauble.
Yes.
Doesn't do anything.
Absolutely.
Couldn't even sell it.
It's apparently very sentimental, though. So, if you'd be willing to part with it.
Be willing to sell or trade. Came all the way here to tell me how valuable it is to you.
What,
Sell for a high price.
right, what kind of trade would be acceptable to you?
Any
For-
thunderstone?
I don't even know what that
Mithril? Magic weapons? Gold's always good.
Pip is like fingering the dagger in his belt.
I'm thinking of the rod I have in my inventory.
You have a need for mithril?
Always. Good for trade of fire giants.
Thought there were deposits nearby.
Not anymore. If there are, they are in places too skinny for me. There used to be miners in the forge, but they have packed up and moved on, I think. Quiet for many, many months now. Good magic item, or thunderstone, or mithril, or a little bit of gold. 5,000 maybe.
Oh, I gotta save the world. Okay, I do. Perhaps have something magical you'd be interested in for trade? Yeah. Of course, I would love to see the key first before we make this trade. Having just met.
Don't trust me. You are the ones who have broken and entered.
So sorry about that again. But of course, and I would show you my magical item and let you assess it before.
Stands back up from her bed. You have. Do you know what, Mr. Death? Make me a dex save.
Sure.
Danger sense.
Yeah, you manage to just, as the bed shifts, as the feathers and sawdust inside suddenly redistribute, you just manage to keep your footing. And she walks around to an enormous chest and lifts the lid up, and you just see a heavy-handedly rummage in for a moment. And brings out what looks to be like a huge amount of rope for mooring a ship, and then at the end it loops through a bit of like heavy rope for camping gear, which has a little loop inside, which has some it just loops all the way down until there's the key on this tiny little piece of string, and she holds it out her full height, and you see it dangling and swinging on the end before she into the bra, as was pointed out to me earlier.
Yeah.
And now?
Yeah, of course.
She sits plonks back down the bed heavily. Mr. Death, make me a dex save.
Okay. I reckon I'd be ready for this one.
Sure.
Safe.
Just as she touches down, he jumps.
Not as ready as you think. You fall prone on the bed for a moment.
Sure.
What magic item do you offer?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out the rod.
Is it just your immovable rod?
Yeah.
What is it?
And I'm gonna just
A
put it in the
quarter
middle of
staff?
the air in front of me and click the button.
Oh,
And then I'll
I've seen these.
kind of hang on it and be like, I challenge you to move it.
Okay, I do believe that it's only a DC 30, so she will try. Oh. Ooh, interesting.
Very rare.
She stands up and goes to put a foot on top of it.
Oh
Does it
god.
say how much weight you can have? 8,000 pounds. Oh, I don't know how much. I think she'll weigh more than 8,000 pounds. Let's have a look. How much does a hill giant weigh? Oh, no! About 4,500 pounds according to the DMG. Yes, she manages to. Whoa! You should all really make a save versus fear. as this giant. Whoa!
I feel like I've been doing that this whole time.
Oh, and then just stamps heavily back to the ground. You definitely feel some of the floorboards shift a little bit. Very interesting. Release for a moment.
There's a little button on the side. Yep.
Oh. Yeah. Ha ha. That's been rotting for weeks.
So useful. So useful already. Much more useful than a key. Yep, she's got it.
Could. No. Too old for fighting. Too old to steal. Anything else for trade?
No, I think it's well worth the trade.
throws bikini.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure we can afford to part with such a valuable item, Asher.
I'm gonna look at him and it's like clear that she doesn't want to, and she's like, gotta save the world, shit.
Got anything else?
Nothing other than well wishes, of course. I'm
Do
gonna,
you
like,
have
go
anything
grab
else?
that key.
Yes. This is why I ask if you want more trade.
Oh.
Show us your wares. If you would.
That's not how trade works, table woman.
I have kind of come down. It felt
Well,
impolite to look over
first
her notes while
impressions
she's
last.
awake. Yeah.
Once the table woman, always the table woman.
Whiskers. Lion sort of jumps up onto her shoulder. She's like, I feed Whiskers now. Take your key.
Right.
Yes. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. I gotta get out.
How did you get in here? Window? She reaches up to her rope and pulls it, and you hear below like a... And the elevator platform comes and lands up here.
Oh, I hate this.
Easier to take the elevator.
Oh, it was really no trouble at all.
Fine, but I will feed the cat now and close the window.
Everybody out, everybody out.
Right then.
Reaches over to you, Obsidian.
Oh, wait, what?
And takes him down to the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
Props on the floor.
I was like, what is she feeding the cat?
And she sniffs her hand afterwards, like...
I don't think it's a good idea.
Nice smell. Orasoon Mountains.
Yes. I've been to the place.
I grew up there. Good mountains. Good soil. Azuma?
Yes.
Azuma clan. Good people. Go. I will not break my lift today.
Yeah, Obsidian will get far more relaxed right now. She's has been somewhat tense about the whole situation, especially being the one singled out. But with that, he will just take a rather polite and respectful bow and move to leave.
Is Siri lingering, or is it just Gigi being tabbed?
No, but just think that I might kind of wink, give a little wave to Whiskers.
Yeah, feeding Obsidian to anything is not a good idea.
Yeah,
The Behir can attest to that.
you are all able to climb down.
The moment I touch ground, I'm lighting up.
You're lighting up.
I am lighting up.
Lighting up what?
My fire moss.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
That was easy.
Says you.
Okay, there it is.
It's a shame about that rod.
Well, I think that went surprisingly well.
Yes, let's remove the immovable rod from your inventory, Asha.
I don't even know if it ever got added.
No, did it not.
It
Okay.
was one of those discussed things, but who knows where it is.
All the way. Well-traveled giant, that. Suppose the world is smaller for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where your mountains are, but I'm sure it's like 5 steps for her.
We've been there.
What?
We have slain the dragon. Same region. Very
What was it?
close. Yes.
Galavax and... Yep.
Nearly.
Galavax
Nearly.
Newland?
Galavaxanulan, yes.
Oh.
That one.
So Suldeal and
I'm glad we
Avalan-
followed your approach.
Oh, yeah, go on.
I mean... Once I saw the size of her, I knew there was no fight in her. She'd just crumple us up and throw us out like trash. There's no way.
You're all become aware there's a creak noise above, and you see that the south window is opened and she's just there now, like...
Walking away.
Get off my lawn. Beware crocodiles.
So yeah, Havalan and
So then we'll be on the
Suldeal are
lookout.
waiting for you. Suldeal's like, do you have a key already, or did you encounter difficulty?
I'll pull out the key and hand it to him.
And he just looks like so taken aback and takes the key and turns it over, and he's like, this is spectacular news. We should find... No, over to the tower again.
I don't think we should go back there.
Not a problem. Come, to the tower's base.
What?
Is that not the
Oh.
right key?
What?
Listen, man. I just parted with like Bryce's artifact.
I understand that. Have a-
I
have
can't
a
just walk
think.
it back to her.
Is this one of those things where the entrance is wherever the door you unlock
Exactly, I need a door. We won't be
Marvelous.
going into the tower.
All
is?
right.
I've always wondered.
Hey, how far have you tested this?
Not now. And he puts the key in.
Yeah, shut up, Asher.
Listen. What if we draw a door in the sand? Put the key in there.
Over the course of about a minute, he puts the key in, and you see that the door starts to glow slowly, filling from top to bottom. From bottom to top, rather. And after about a minute exactly, he turns the key, and the door doesn't open, but the door just turns into white light. And he pulls the key out, and he's holding it again. He's like, we have a few moments. Follow me. And him and Havalan just step through the light.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah, so then we'll walk.
Magical
There is-
Fortress!
What was that?
Magical Fortress. He's just excited.
Oh, yeah. So, there is a moment of warm, moment of cool, and then the feeling of being slightly stretched, before suddenly you find yourselves feet on grass. Behind you, shimmering colour of fog. Before you, a large stone keep with a set of double doors in front of you. Huh, why is the light not there? And Soldil is just like, good. It is still standing.
What do we see, DM? What's it look like?
I don't have an external piece yet because the one I found was full of little fucking people, which I don't want on there. But I'll have a piece of art for you before next session. But it is a nice, imagine a sort of Cragmore if it wasn't a ruin sort of keep, just surrounded by this endless, colourful fog. Clearly this is a place that exists in its own dimensional space. And yeah, 2 large doors that have all like silver dragon motif around the outside. But you see, looking at it, iconography of other dragons, but clearly are not silver.
For example, any noteworthy?
You
Or
just
is
see,
it just-
dragons that are in different shapes and physiologies. They're all in the same sort of metal relief. So unless you're rolling to recognize specific physiologies of dragon, it isn't like one's red, one's blue. It's all just carved.
No,
out.
more like a Sendaxy sort of vibe. But I guess we don't really know what Sendax looks like, so never mind.
Yeah, you know,
Oh, no.
Synapse is an amethyst. Yeah.
Yeah, and these are metal.
Mhm.
Cool. I'm gonna step forward.
Yeah. Sildil puts his hands on the doors and they swing open, revealing a large, empty, and very bare-looking keep. And from behind one of the pillars, there's a flurry of movement, and a strange mechanical thing emerges. It is a small clockwork silver dragon.
I'm gonna go again. Look at it. Oh, please be friendly.
Soldil sort of looks concerned, like, it is cold. Housekeeper. And the dragon flutters over. Why is Housekeeper giving you
I
a
love
grin of amusement?
I love him.
Oh.
And he's
Yeah.
called Housekeeper.
Housekeeper
Remember the
flutters
female.
over and it's like,
Soldil, welcome. It has been several hundred years.
what has happened here?
These are not members of the Order.
In time. Again, what has happened here?
In the centuries of no visitation, no activity, no new members, no resources being brought in, the magic of the Platinum Hall has dwindled. Now there are only empty rooms.
And like his
Sad face. New members of the Order can mean new activities and can mean restoration. Query.
What?
Yes. I guess that's what happens when you don't.
What? I mean, we can talk about
Query.
that
Madam?
later. Let's see what's going on with how do we restore all this?
Haviland. Welcome, gracious Haviland.
everyone make me a... No, I'll give you circumstances. As Haviland crosses and enters the threshold into the keep, even in his little kobold form, the Scunters and Braziers all seem to go from absolute, like, struggling candle to slightly better lit.
Warming
Oh.
presence. You have queries?
I guess so. What exactly are you?
I am the housekeeper, as described by Soldil. I keep the house.
This is some most marvelous enchantment.
Is it an enchantment or a sentient being with a soul I am talking to?
Which
As
would
far
you
as I
prefer?
can tell, I think it's a construct with a magical enchantment.
I am a marvel of artificery. Artificery?
Indeed.
Not vocabulary.
You have been all by yourself?
Yes, sad face. Fear not, I have
Why,
no
well-
depressive protocols. I have simply cleaned and tended, and as facilities disapparated, I cleaned what remained.
What do you mean separated?
After centuries of abandonment, the plane begins to deconstruct itself. Facilities first, then the birds. That was sad face. But now, it will maintain again. Do you bring news of the order, Sordil? Sordil looks very solemn and explains the events of his capture and Havalan's imprisonment and how he is effectively the last member of the order. It's like, crestfallen face.
Well, I hope to join the order.
Yes,
Very
perhaps
good.
more the first member of the new order.
Where are your dragons?
Well, Havalan is here.
Havalan is bonded with Sordil. Where are your dragons?
Is that a prerequisite?
Amusing.
I'll turn and look at Sordil.
I've been wearing mine.
Evans!
Yes, we currently don't have the greatest standing with dragonkind. We have slain one and are in the process
We're
of
looking
hunting
to
another.
slay more.
I see.
It is
Will
not
you
our intention to
slay-
slay all dragons. In fact, we need as many allies as we can get to defeat Sendax.
Very well. Sendax unknown.
Amethyst Dragon, Ancient. The Uniter.
Sugadum's unknown also. I would offer you a refreshment, but we have nothing.
Well,
Would
I've
you like
got
me
some-
to relay refurbishment options?
Perhaps a tour first?
Yes. This is Platinum Hall. It's empty. And he flies off to each of the. So it's wood-panelled rooms, but they all have doors that you can see the clear outline of the door, but on closer inspection, there appears to be no seam, and there's just a part of wall that is decorated to look like a door.
Oh,
These rooms have become defunct. Come now, come now. Don't stand around. The stairs no longer lead anywhere. He follows a flight of stairs up to just a solid stone ceiling at the top.
Oh,
And these rooms also lead nowhere. This concludes the tour. Are there any questions?
4x4, excellent.
Yeah. Do we actually need a dragon to become members of the order? And what else needs to be
No,
done?
the Order would provide you with the facilities of hatching your dragon once you are chosen by an egg. You are very fledgling, yes?
Yeah. Does a mink
Oh.
count?
Querying? No. A mink is not a
I'm just
dragon.
gonna open my. Sorry.
I'm guessing
my protocol
Sundin.
dictates I should say that is adorable.
I guess Sundin and Havarlan have been a little bit short with the details. We just getting here, I guess, was pitched to us as a test of sorts, and she is looking at Soldir because that was kind of what was said.
Yeah, he nods his head. It seemed almost too good to be true that we would recover the key. But now I have it again and I can attune you all to it. This path becomes much more attainable for us.
Yes, I think we should all once again thank Asher for her marvelous diplomacy. Good job, Asher.
It's fine. What I'll listen, we gotta get this place up to full power. I don't know about I'm just here to help. I wasn't really gonna sign on. I have things. What do we need to do to get this place back up and running to save the world?
So, he will explain briefly the nature of how the whole...
Nature of bastions.
No. I've done some, but I don't enjoy Bastions. I've read Bastions, I didn't enjoy them. I've read Strongholds and enjoyed some parts of it. I have done something that I feel is a bit more simple. I will share a journal entry with you. The journal entry is huge. I already have it ready in the channel on the Discord to reveal, so you don't have to worry about making notes of this. It will be permanently available. In summary, you are able to... I have a huge list of rooms for you that all have a gold cost. Some of them also have a material cost for some of the more special rooms. They take a number of days to build, and then almost all of them provide a direct in-game benefit. However much or little you want to do this is up to you.
It says I do not have permissions to view this document.
Interesting. I can show it whilst not having permissions for it. Okay, let's have a look.
Given we're only 21 days into this adventure, I sure hope that the timescales aren't very long.
Well, here's the thing. Having a base also allows you to have things like, and we'll have a few days downtime in the base. So that can also just be
True.
3 days past. Has it now shared with you, or do you need to reshare it?
I can see it.
I'll share it
Oh,
anyway.
there we go.
So I will say that if you as players decide you're not particularly wanting to get in on this, this will not... The filling out of this place will not be requisite for the adventure. But some of the benefits are large.
My word.
We really need the latrines made immediately.
Yeah, so somewhere for Asher to do drugs. What made Monkey's eyebrows go up then?
I mean, I was looking at the requirements rather than the rooms, and I saw
No.
dimensional astrolabe. Astrolabe? I don't know what that word is.
Astrolabe, I think.
A slob.
We should build the boudoir and invite Clem immediately.
A boudoir.
Lavish bedroom. Never meltus. Oh, and that's just the small rooms. Fuck me, this is way more elaborate than Bastions.
It's not. None of it levels up. It's just a list of available rooms going off a mad cartographer theme. Build a base.
Poison room? Morgue? Oh, let's hope we don't need one.
Listen. Gentle repose. If we gotta bring back one of us, well, we
No,
sort out
consider-
the ingredients to res.
Considering the cost of burial that we have heard of, morgue might not be a bad investment. If we kill any more paladins, that is.
I once played in a campaign where half the campaign an NPC was down in that morgue.
DM, are all of these rooms available, or do we have slots? As in, does the Bastion have 6 slots for medium rooms. Do you know what I mean? Like,
So, I will at this point unhide the channel because I literally answer some of the features in that channel. Let me read it first so the viewers can hear it. So, a summary of Soul Dealer's information and housekeepers and Havilands. The Platinum Halls can be accessed by using the Platinum Halls key in any doorway. It takes 1 minute to fully enchant a door to lead to the Platinum Halls. The portal closes behind you once everybody has entered. Upon exiting the halls, you exit the same door that you entered. The key can magically be summoned to hand by any member of the party, so nobody can pull an Atticus and run away if the only means of entering the keep. Features of the Platinum Halls. Due to centuries spent without a single living soul entering it, the magic of the Platinum Halls has severely faded, and almost all of the magical features added by the original Knights of Bahamut has faded, leaving the halls as almost an empty shell. Housekeeper remains and has been attempting to tend and maintain the halls as they dematerialised around him. Using gold, a material of vital magical importance, Housekeeper is able to conjure rooms and features that will exist permanently unless the hall is allowed to fall into disrepair for hundreds upon hundreds of years again. Some rooms offer particularly powerful features and require additional specific magical items in order for Housekeeper to conjure them. These items typically cannot be bought in stores, but are from magical creatures and quests. Rooms come in 3 plot sizes, small, medium and large. Long rests can be taken in a bedroom in the Platinum Halls. The staircase currently leads nowhere. Once a floor is filled with rooms, the staircase will magically lead to another blank floor. This can continue indefinitely.
This basic bedroom is for one person, or is it like a
Yeah.
4? Huh.
And I have different styles of basic bedrooms. There is an element of, ooh, I'll take that one.
Question, DM. Let's say we want a bedroom. We save up the money and get all the stuff for the bedroom. For those members of the party that in their free time also make maps, could we perhaps design our own room?
There's already a room that I'm going to be requiring you to make. But yes, absolutely. If you want to make custom bedrooms for your party members, you absolutely can.
Excellent. Okay. Very good.
What's Monkey thinking? Monkey looks very thoughtful.
I was just thinking about what Pip's bedroom would look like
Just a warren full of shagging rabbits and bugs.
and how we're going to afford to at least meet all the basics we need. Because
Child's room?
I spent all my starting gold, almost, and I have, I think, less than the cost of a basic bedroom.
Well, keep in mind, you're only level 5. You
This
will
is true.
have... Gold will be coming through the adventure.
I should stop reading this. I can read this later, but it's very interesting.
You can read
So,
Here we are then.
so what do we need to do to get the order back up and running?
Housekeeper, has the hatchery survived? It's like, oh, absolutely not. Then we should secure the means of rebuilding the hatchery. And then at that point, Havilan and I, and Havilan nods, like, we will begin the work of locating metallic eggs that require bonding. But you yourselves must also be ready and worthy of bonding.
But, okay, so... in order to, like, hang out here, does one need to be a member of the order? Like, I mean, I was thinking I'd just hang out for a while, get you guys back on your
I
feet.
consider you all squires of the order already for your service.
I mean, That's so nice of you. Really appreciate it. Very flattered. I was just kind of doing this in the meantime, and then like once we save the world, I'm heading back to Athkatla. I don't know what I would really do. I don't know if I'm really a knight type of person. It
We
it comes with a
formed
lot
when
of.
I had gone through periods of being the only full member of the Order before. We are called upon when the world needs knights. We do not maintain patrols and impart ourselves on settlements and nations during times of peace. Once Sendax is defeated, I suspect we will amicably go our own ways.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I can work. Yeah. That sounds. Wait. No. But we'd have. What if we just?
Asher, I think you're overthinking this. We really should be focused on
It's a lot of
Sendax.
responsibility, man. Like
We can worry about that if we survive.
What
Hey,
responsibility
I like
are you
your-
worrying about?
That's a good point. Just I don't know, signing up to be some knight.
And remember, if we don't fully commit ourselves, then we won't survive. So, I think you know what to do.
I mean, I commit myself to surviving. How's that?
This is how we do that.
Yeah. All right. So, also, with dragon bonding, what all is expected of us? Because I wasn't even sure. Like, I don't think I'm even gonna have kids one day. Like dragon's a whole thing.
Soldiel looks a bit like agog for a moment. He's like, there is no birthing involved, Asher.
I mean, it's more just like it's a lot. It's a big commitment.
How
What
do
if
we
you
know
don't get
if we are
along?
ready? And how do we find eggs?
How do we rebuild this hatchery? I don't see this on your very extensive list.
Leave the hatchery to me. I will see what needs doing. As to your other questions, we will put our ears out there and find word of metallic dragons, and Haviland will feel if any are calling out to him for aid.
Right.
As for how to bond a dragon, this is different for every person. If you're worried about it, then you're not yet ready. When you're ready, you will know.
All right.
Different question then. How does exiting this place work? We have entered through a random door.
Time passes
With a key.
as it does in the world. When you leave, you will emerge from the same door you left.
Mhm.
There was a time we had magic circles here. Perhaps that time will come again. But for now, yes, we leave how we arrived.
Right, and there is one key.
Of a nature, yes, but any of us can call it to our hand when needed. I've made sure of that.
And
I
then
can look into having a key cut for you. Once we have a cobbler's room, they always have a key cutting machine.
and then every person returns through the door they came through.
I really think, Obsidian, that you're beginning to overthink it.
Perhaps.
Well, look around and have a think about what you might want to
Well,
focus on
there's
first.
not much to look around at. I'm ready to go back to Athkatla.
Sounds like the
I'll be at the
hatchery-
door when you all are ready.
And we will take our 10-minute break at this point while you are having a list to read and things like that. We'll be back in 10. Housekeeper goes, query. This was left here by one of the last remaining residents as a magical item from outside of the Platinum Halls. It did not seem to dematerialize like everything else. New wielder, and holds out what looks to be a dark red, like just cord string necklace that just ends in a single bronze token that looks like a chest.
A what?
A chest.
Oh, hold up,
How
man.
hairy is it?
Who's he handing it to?
Just hold it out in front of him for anyone who wants to take it.
I'll hold up my hand. What is it? I will ask him.
I believe allows storage. Once attuned.
What kind of storage?
Socks, weapons, potions, food, consumables, tools, currency.
Like a
Something.
pocket dimensional storage space.
Documents.
I'm just looking
Armor.
at it and I'm like, all
Visitor.
right, yeah.
How do you get it in there?
That's kind of what I was wondering.
Wear it and express command word.
What was command word?
Command word is to be... You have not wielded magic items before?
Oh, right.
Command word is to be decided by a tuner.
Cool.
And yeah, if you spend some time attuning during this period of rest, you may... All of you, first of all, take a short rest. And which I'll now prompt. Short rest has been prompted. Decide what your attunement word will be, Asher. Your activation word.
I'm thinking. Asher's coming up with blanks, and so am I.
Okay. We will say
I'll
that
get back to you on that.
she knows what that word is. She says it.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a whip crack noise and a smell, a gust of slightly unpleasant smelling air. Cheesy school gym floor air, like sweaty feet. As a creature appears on the floor. A large,
No.
almost like mimic chest with many, many bare legs, their toes wriggling in excitement.
Asher's just gonna yell, "Fuck!"
And yeah, this large chest, just with a big toothy grin, completely unhinges its top, but just falls backwards, revealing a large interdimensional space.
Obviously, the command word is luggage.
Yeah, okay. The actor's name is also luggage. Yes, this is a summonable bag of holding, obviously. I will create and share shortly a shared inventory actor for the bag of holding so that anyone can see what's in it and trade to or from it. But as it wobbles from foot to foot to foot to foot to foot to foot to foot, it definitely gives sort of like excited terrier energy. What did we ruin? Getting a bag of holding?
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I couldn't be happier.
I mean, yeah.
If I...
It's just horrible.
I love it.
There are so many bare feet on the stone, but as you're stood here, you become slightly aware of just the sounds of so many like toes and bare feet sort of shifting and sometimes slightly sticking to the tiles.
How long are the nails?
Depends on the feet. Some of them are very cleanly done. A couple are
Oh, they're different.
horribly long and unkempt. More than one of them clearly has a bit of a fungal infection.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Okay, well, I'll enjoy that.
How's your mac and cheese? Okay. with little sausage bits.
Fortunately, that's not what I'm eating.
So they also, will you now stay here and or go about repairing this factory? What's your next move?
I may need to. Safer for me to do so from Athkatla. Easier for me to get any materials that I need. I also Havalan advises me there are other dragons he wishes to speak with about information pertinent to us, and that'll be easier in Athkatla.
How so?
You guys are speaking. Havalan just interjects with, "It is more central. It is easier to get around. It is closer to trade routes and ports. Easier for me
Oh,
to
I see.
Easier for me to find other dragons." With your insight, Siri, you feel like that is not the entire reason, but Havalan interrupted to avoid giving, to avoid Saltiel answering himself.
And where will you be staying in Athkatla?
I will continue to remain in the Adventurers Guild until we can establish proper lodgings here.
Could we? And this might be disrespectful to the hall, but like I know I could fit my little camping tent in here.
The nature of the magic of the place, you may find that you lie here all night, maybe even manage to close your eyes for a few seconds, but you'll feel no replenishment.
Ah. Okay.
Ah,
Convenient.
I guess we should start making a bedroom.
And a hatchery.
They said they will take care of it. The hatchery. I can definitely. Housekeeper, I have a technical question, but when
My
it comes to
favorite kind of
bedrooms,
question.
if one starts with a basic bedroom and then upgrades to a slightly more luxurious bedroom, is the initial cost refunded
What?
or added to?
A basic bedroom is around 200 golds worth of materials. A lavish bedroom is 700. If you had a basic one and then upgraded it, it would therefore be
500.
marvelous.
Fantastic.
This is
I'm
accurate.
glad we're on the same page. Okay. Well, am I correct in thinking you can only build one at a time?
I am here by myself. The other custodians and housekeepers have left. Were we to have an architect's room, then I could conjure additional servants and homunculi, and then we could be working on multiple rooms at once. I am, after all, just one housekeeper. Will you be seeking to appoint a castellan?
Excuse me?
A non-mechanical housekeeper to take care of affairs?
Perhaps at some point, but maybe not yet.
Keep an eye out. Castellans should be organized and dignified individuals with discretion.
People look at the others like, do you know anyone like that? I only really know
I like housekeeper.
you three.
Small issue in that I am not able to leave the hall, so I am unable to head to your plane to conduct business there, which a Castellan is able to. That's something to think about with your flesh brains.
Right.
I might have to sell some things in order to be able to afford a bedroom.
Over the table, I can buy bedrooms now. Am I
Should-
correct in understanding that we don't need the hatchery for like online for the rest of the stuff to start working, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
that's
Well,
the
they-
stuff that starts
When I
to give
asked
the.
like what do we need to do to get you guys back on your feet, like the hatchery like came up, so I was making sure that wasn't like step numero uno. Okay. So we can just start going crazy.
Well, one room at a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, 1 platinum is 10 gold. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
The time
I
limits
don't
are
have
also
enough.
the time limits are also to stop you feeling like you need to spend 2 or 3 sessions just building, just playing fucking Farmville. It's like cool, gotta go adventure. Like you say, you're 21 days into the adventure as it is.
Yeah, I don't have 1,000. I could definitely buy a couple of rooms, but I guess we can only spend one at a time. So
Do you think we'd be discussing this in character, like
yeah,
sharing this information? So Pip is like, I have 18 platinum and 15 silver, so that's about 195.
yeah, I've got a certain amount of gold.
I have an amount. It has a value. It has a weight. It is currency of various denominations.
I
got
do
some
have a couple of
gold.
items that I could sell for a decent amount of gold. Like I have some acid vials. I have what else? I start rummaging around. Oh, I've got some alchemist's fire. I could sell that and make some gold back.
Real talk. Other than like a bed, housekeeper.
Yes, query.
Can all 4 of us bunk up in a bedroom and manage to rest well? Like, can I share my room with others?
Regrettably, the number of it is the magic is attuned to
The beds.
1 person per bed.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no bed sharing then.
Yeah. Don't.
It is possible for coitus, but not for replenishing rest.
Should not have just taken a sip
I
of
know.
tea.
I tried to time up better.
perhaps we start with 1 room and then go from there. It's not like we have urgency for 4 rooms. We can take some days to build them. We still have a place to stay at the Adventurers Guild.
I mean, so like we've still got like a place to stay at the Adventurers Guild. Yeah. We could really do with a planning room, right?
Well, the planning room is useful if we have enough gold left over to build 2 rooms at the same time.
What do you mean?
Well, the planning room allows us to build 1 building at the same time as another. No?
Architecture. You have an office, does that?
Well, that's the art.
Planning
yeah,
room.
the-
A large meeting room contains maps, important notes,
Oh
and a
my
refreshing water
word.
fountain.
They
Characters
all
can roll a
want to
free
read.
inspiration in this room to remember potentially overlooked plot details at the DM's discretion.
Let's get that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we want that.
There will also
Yeah.
be some Order of the Silver Dragon side quests to that room as well.
Side quest. He said side quest. I
Mission room would be nice though.
I would have enough to get us the planning room. If that's something we're all happy with.
I mean, yeah, I think we need it.
Okay. So just gonna head towards the coin machine.
And we'll use it to plan which rooms we're going to build.
Yeah, and you know,
Sure.
like how we're gonna save the world.
Yes. Do you think we could go back to Hestine and convince her to join us?
No way.
It would be really useful to have a
mean,
giant on side. I mean, we've only
Obsidian
got
maybe
1
could.
dragon. Obsidian. Maybe we'll build a library, and you can learn to speak giant. She'd like that. Or at least, you know, a handful of phrases. I could help.
So Sire is inserting the coins.
Yeah, so I'm inserting 20 platinum pieces. And ooh, and 300 gold pieces. And I think that's the right math.
So that's 500 gold, yeah?
That's what it costs, yes.
Where? On my thing, it's 1,000 for the admin office.
No, the planning
is
room.
500 gold
Oh, you
pieces.
are going for planning room first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I don't have the side quests ready right now because you said you were going for the admin office.
Well, it takes 2 days to build anyway.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going for. Let me just change admin.
Oh, admin
That's like
office,
3
that's
months
what
in
you're
real
on.
time.
I feel like you've talked about one thing and gone for something else. Just wanted to.
I mean, let me just check that I got it right. So the guys, what you wanted is a large meeting room, contains mouse notes, refreshing water fountain. Characters can roll free inspiration in this room to remember.
Okay, sure,
Potentially-
yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
But I feel like you were all talking about the room that let you build more than one room at once, which is where my
Yes, but then Asha clarified. Sida thought that, and Sida was like, "Why do we need a room that we can't afford to build 2 rooms at the same time?" And then you, Monkey, and Luca told me that I was looking at the wrong room.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need a planning room so that we can get. DM,
So, yeah,
what's the plot?
So tick off 500 gold or remove
I have.
500 gold. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, I now weigh significantly less.
Oh.
There is a glow from this door and a bit of a mechanical clunking happens.
Clunking.
And then, yeah, you hear the door unlock.
Oh. Wow. It's beautiful.
Gotta wait 2 days though, right?
Oh shit! Yeah. Go wait 2 days. It's still.
God
you
damn
hear-
it!
you
No,
hear-
maybe the first one is super fast
you
because
hear-
he's been like has all this pent up energy.
Because the admin office, is immediate. That's what I still had in my mind. The admin office builds immediately. You hear clunking and clicking, and it feels like in 2 days that room will be complete.
Sid seen a vision of it, and
Yeah, it came to
it
her
is so
in a
beautiful.
dream.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay. You feel a large lick up the back of your neck, Pip, and the luggage wiggles its toes.
Pip darts away.
oops away.
I'm just gonna. Hey, no, man. The luggage.
You would understand having a tune to it, but you can have it back to the necklace whenever needed.
Yeah, I'll pop it back.
But if you don't, it just ambles along behind you.
I love it.
I wonder if I should offload some of these things into it. Got a grappling hook, some iron spikes, a bot, some manacles.
So, we're heading back out and into the world.
Seem
Yes.
that way.
Farewell.
Goodbye,
Please
housekeeper.
return in a shorter period of several hundred years.
I'll certainly try.
You feel the same. Oh, no, I want Pip, not the door. There we go.
Oh yeah. Sire, do you have a bunch of wands?
I do have a bunch of wands.
Are they in
That's
your
good,
inventory?
They're not in my inventory,
Oh, I have them
but I do
here.
have them.
Did you write down how many you got? I know you got the fireball wand. Where are we?
I thought we were picking them off all the skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that. I can't remember how many. It was 3, wasn't there? Where did I put them?
At least we got webbed at least 4 times, I think. Is that right? By the 3 or 4 times?
I don't remember, honestly.
How do I move it from?
Hold on, maybe it's in the notes. I doubt it though.
There we go. Okay, so Sire, you have 4.
No, I don't have.
Oh, hold on. That's not showing the correct thing. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Let me just amend it. There you go. You have 4 wands of web. And 1 more whoppers. Let's have a look.
If we have a bit of time, I wouldn't mind returning to the giantess. See what else she has in that chest. I better use this whip. And well, if it's gold she has, it is now gold we need.
You wanna go talk to her again?
I mean, she might have something useful, but also it might be better to go to a normal shop.
Yeah, I feel like if you want to, that's fine. But like, I feel like we should accept the success and not tempt her or with being annoyed.
I am very confused. From my perspective, that went well. She seemed to respect Obsidian and his people. Am I missing something?
No, I'm terrified of her. She's very large.
So we talked to her and established a relationship. But all the whilst you had fear in your heart and you do not desire to pursue the relationship.
Yeah, no, once she gave me the key, like, our business was done. And yeah, I was like, were you not terrified of her? She could squish us like a bug.
A bug?
Bug.
I was mostly afraid of whiskers.
Yeah, that wasn't great either. If you
Thought she
want
might
to
see
go
me as a prey
back
animal.
and talk to her, like, if you really feel strongly about it, you can. I'm not trying to, harsh your mellow or anything like that.
I don't know what to do with these things. And she's actually, I'm gonna send these to you guys. The wands. That's not a serious sort of thing.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna,
take those.
yeah. I don't even know why she has it. I don't know how to
Because
send it.
bodies don't even hit the floor, and Siri's like, I said.
I don't think that's how that happened. I don't know how to send this. There used to be a button.
Oh, I think I still don't have it enabled. I can
Oh, okay.
just drag. So what? You're just sending them to Asher, are you?
Yeah. And Pip. Like,
In what?
I'm just handing them out. They can do
Sure.
what they want.
So
It may be the case that Estienne has some useful things. I just think it's easier to convince someone of their value if they could possibly get any value out of them. And
does
I'm not
Obsidian
sure
care
what
for a
tiny
wand?
twig
Nope.
Nope. Didn't
that
think
can
so.
shoot webbing would mean for a giantess.
Okay.
Okay, so Asher, you have 1 web wand and 1 fireball wand. Pip, you have 2 web wands. And now I will delete that from City.
Is
Thank
that
you.
Pip? Do you not want the fireball?
I mean, I could certainly use them. It's whatever you think they're the
Fucking
most useful.
strangle you both.
Real talk. I feel like it's much more of a wizardy, you know.
I think they're both wizardy things. Okay. Pip also has a wand of
Oh,
fireball.
Okay.
There you go. Just, you know, be careful.
I'm a little bit scared of it. It's
You take an obsidian. Yeah!
Obsidian just points out at the croc. Fireball.
Himself.
a little bit scary to be carrying around something so dangerous.
Well, you know, just,
Just
don't
point it
point it at
outside.
any of us.
Yes, of course.
These are slightly customized wands. They are not the usual 7-charge replenish wand. So take a look at their notes, particularly the fireball one. I don't
May
like
I
the
make-
whole mechanic of these wands could turn to dust on when you use them. So this one has when you spend the last charge of the fireball wand, roll a d20 on a 1, an additional fireball goes off centered on yourself as the wand erupts.
Wowza.
So a 1 in 20 chance. It's only on the last charger.
There any crocodiles about?
Not that you can see.
Can I make sure that I'm looking as carefully as I can?
Make a percepzione check.
I can certainly do that.
You
20.
see a crocodile. You only notice
Where?
it 'cause it seems to go for like a splash trying to get something on the surface. It is several. Why would it become invisible? Oh, because it's invisible. It is several hundred feet out to your west in the water and seems uninterested in you all.
I am uninterested in him too. Unless he's not interested in us. That is great. Nope. I will poke you. I will hit you in the snout.
So, are we heading back to Moe's to collect our horses?
Yes.
I will not make us just march through all of the maps. Did Obsidian have any plans to stake out or bait or fish for the other serpent in the forge, or are we all happy to pass through?
No, yeah, he will be diving in lava to get that one.
Okay. Then yeah, you travel through the forge. You travel
So
down.
Are Haviland and Sul deal with us?
Yes, because they
Okay.
want to do their next business from
Alright then.
from the city. And yeah, we find ourselves by the end, well, after a night camping in the forest. Let me just see if I can easily go. I should have had this done the other way. Nope, that's not the number I wanted. That's the number I wanted. Don't mind me, folks. Hey,
This is trippy.
where is the token for it? I cannot get the token for the cart.
Thank you.
Ah, Cora's all kinds of fucked up. So yes, we find ourselves heading back, having collected our horses, all of which you've heard had been very good boys, the best boys for the couple of nights that you were gone. And yeah, you are now on the path back down towards Athkatla, key in hand. What do you discuss as you ride?
I am feeding Mink some of my rations.
Mink is receptive of treats.
Was that all you expected to find then, Stildeal?
It was a great success to find the key. A part of me expected to be finding a snippet or a hint of where she lost it or traded it years ago. It was good fortune to have it be that simple. Although
Right.
the keep itself was in a sorrier state that I had hoped for better. But I was gone a very long time, and no others were in the hall.
Suldil, I don't understand something. Festine seemed perhaps even fond of Havalan, whereas you said she stole the key in the fight against you. Or was it against Kurivalsu she was fighting?
How did she seem fond of Havalan?
Well, she had no kind words for the red dragon, but upon mentioning a silver dragon, she didn't seem that displeased. In fact, she made a joke about his way with words.
She fought with Kurigalzu. Maybe it was under duress. Maybe it was an unfavorable deal. But she fought with
Seems
them
to have been.
and killed members of the Order in doing so.
She seemed tranquil. Do giantess age? Do they mellow?
Some do, some fall into bloodlust, some take comfort in their cups. They are still just people, more in tune with primordial magic and runes, but people nonetheless. No two are exactly the same.
Certainly seem to take comfort in.
Did she have much rune work on display?
I had a cursory glance upon her table. I don't think I noticed anything worth sharing. Why do you think so?
Then perhaps mellowed she has. Who are we to
She
say?
seems very attentive to her. She has a pet, a feline, a large one. A lion, I think. The white mane.
I see.
Petted like a kitten.
Stranger things have happened, I suppose.
So what are precisely your next steps? How would you reveal the hatchery? Find new metallic dragons, new eggs.
Havalan will begin to put the feelers out there with other metallic dragons he can track down through discreet draconic methods of communication. We will start to keep an ear out for any metallics in distress, any clutches rumoured to be lost. Many chromatic dragons harbour metallic eggs with a hope of corrupting or leveraging the whelplings. We will find dragons that need our aid, that share our cause, and Bahamut willing find a connection with you. This will not be like your egg-born mink, though, Asher. It will not just be a whelpling but flies up and decides but for its companion.
What will it be like?
You will recognize each other. You will know each other without being told. Do not
Speak
mistake
of
it.
these.
Do not mistake it for something romantic.
You speak of these things as if you knew they were about to happen.
Which things?
Well, those bonds that will form.
You seem to have. You put yourselves on similar paths to how members have often come to the Order.
Mm.
The right people, the right temperament, the right choices. Dragons will recognize this. And if for some reason they do not, there is still much open to you in the Order.
Right. You mentioned a fondness for libraries, Pip. Captain. No. Weird one.
Yes, I certainly love to read.
And do you reckon I will be visiting some? We specifically have access to records of dragons.
Oh, that's incredibly useful.
Yes,
Do they have information on Sendax?
I have some names in my mind. Well, part of the archives have been destroyed. We have still gotten some knowledge regarding Sendax. There's a few others we have perused as well. Still more names to check. You might find that interesting. Do you know the Ogmund Temple?
Temple.
You'll have heard of Ogma, and you'll know that cities often have a temple to Ogma, and they often function as libraries. Whether you would have visited the Athkatlan version in your world
Don't think so.
is at your discretion.
I've mostly only visited libraries that weren't run by religious orders, but certainly still sounds most interesting.
I thought it might.
Knowledge is power, as they say.
So they do.
So, Obsidian, you're from, and he repeats the name of the place that he definitely heard earlier that I don't remember.
Horse Round Mountains.
Yes, that word. You're from those mountains? And
Yes,
a
seems
follower
so.
of Jurma, that's the volcano god, isn't it?
Well, sure.
Most interesting. And how did you become? How did you find Azurmo? Or were you raised into such life?
Well, it was me who was found,
I see.
rather than me finding someone.
And what was that like?
Which part? Being found? I do not remember that.
Oh, you were very young?
An egg at the time.
I see. And what does Ajurma mean to you?
Well, it is very directly a mother, and Ajurma is what brings life where there is not much of it. It maintains a cycle, nourishes the earth with the outbursts that also destroy what's on the surface of it, so that life may grow anew. And while I am being one such life that has been found in the embers, I probably can attest to all that more than anyone else, really. It is a guiding presence now.
Hmm.
For the
Sounds-
most part, it has been like a shadow.
But in a good way.
Yes, one you can hide in.
It sounds very comforting to have such a presence in one's life.
It is comforting, yes. Although we are far away from it now, and sometimes I feel it rather starkly.
Hmm. I wonder if I can find books that have more information about Ajurma.
Oh, I do not believe the monks have them. Seeing as... No, I don't think we asked. I suppose the library might extend further than just to the dragons, although I believe that is their focus. And then the library of the city did not really have much regarding those lands. Are you so keen to learn about where I come from?
Well, yes, I
Do you
suppose.
reckon that knowledge is of any power to you?
I mean, it's more a curiosity about where the origin of one's companions, you know? But I suppose if they don't have any books about such a topic, I shall just have to ask you questions. Oh,
Obsidian will just, as Pip suggests that he wants to know about the origins of the companions, Obsidian will just send a look towards Asher Vasher, but not comment on anything. Yeah, it is interesting. No.
Curious bedfellows.
Yes. You can definitely tell you more if you need it.
oh, that
Find
would
it
be wonderful.
interesting, but
As a follower of Ajurma, what would you
I
say
could...
the core tenets are?
Tenets,
Yes.
as in...
As in core beliefs that one lives by or that one follows when one is a worshipper of Ajurma.
Put those in words.
You, or describe one's key course of action, I suppose. But yes, with words. I don't know how else one would describe it.
Well, typically, you would feel them.
Oh. Kind of like magic in that sense, I suppose.
I do not know much about that. I suppose that is something I could learn from you, then.
Oh,
I do wonder I do wonder if the warmth of Azuma can be felt in magic as it appears elsewhere.
Well, I'm not an expert on religious matters, but I assume the
Nor
nature
am
of
I.
gods and magic is somewhat inextricably linked, at least in my mind. Who's to say where one begins and the other ends?
Oh, the gods, as you say, I'm not sure if Azuma is exactly the kind of god you think about. Don't build temples. Not really. There is a sacred place, but it's pretty much Azuma, which is a moment of difficulty just trying to conceptualize how to describe the temple is the god, sort of, or not a god.
You have a much more different relationship with your goddess that my parents ever had with theirs. My father was one for rituals and prayers and ceremony, but I never felt the presence of the gods the way you describe your relationship with Azurma. But my relationship with Kura, that is also closer to a feeling.
Is that... Does Kuratoro have tenants then?
I think we're both trying to figure that out at the same time. Kura and I, we mostly know the same things, though sometimes they convey patterns. My tattoos. Other than that. Although
Yes, it's like with your heritage, it's kind of like an extension of oneself. And then he catches him telling Sire about herself, and it's like, excuse me.
My what? My heritage.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, yeah, the celestial, the Arsama nature, you know.
She eyes Asher, and then
Lots of eyes going around, Asher.
Ayesh doesn't seem to have a. Well, I didn't quite ask her, but perhaps I've never known anything other than Kura being by my side.
Above table, I think that Pip would have, especially since he learned Celestial because of Sire, would have done research on this kind of topic. So would he be under the impression that it is widespread, if not all, people with an Asama nature?
But what is all people with an Asma nature?
That they have some kind of extension or of themselves or voice, like Kurochua.
Yeah, but I feel like you and Sire would be aware that Kura seems to be something a bit different or a bit more to the usual accounts of just like above table. We've almost all critical rolled here. I feel like people would know that the relationship is normally very like Yasha Stormlord, but Sire and Kura is clearly a bit more intimate and
Collaborative,
persistent.
almost.
Like he's always
Yeah.
there. He isn't someone. She doesn't pray to Kura. Kura's very dark materials style, just there always.
Yeah. I have felt them become stronger though. Sometimes the way they come to someone's aid or defense, it's astonishing, really.
Asha, through this conversation, you just become aware at one point of almost a sensation of just someone very quietly and tentatively trying to take your emotional and spiritual hand.
Fuck you, hand.
I'm
Swat-headed.
busy myself with just like overly tending to Mink. Like just yeah.
There's a moment where Mink almost seems to like look at something next to you for a moment and then just returns to...
I am deliberate.
Returns to
Like
business.
I am so not looking to the side right now.
Also, when not directly involved in the conversation, Pip is just looking around at the tree line nervously.
Well. By the time evening begins to fall, you find yourself re-entering the city of Coin. It is probably heading too late. They're getting too late to head on anywhere else today. By the time you get to the guild, it'll probably be time for drinks and heading to bed, unless anybody has any nocturnal plans. But arriving back in the city, we will pick up on any other plans we want to do next time, because before you get into, between now and you getting into your Athkatla business, you'll need to apply your level 6.
Yeah.
What?
Do we have anything currently in storage at the Adventurers Guild? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a
It's
lot.
in, if you go into the party, there's a specific locker for the Adventurers Guild. It has the Knights of Bahamut book, Shipment Manifest book, an altar tablet, a stealthy disguise, and a cultist prayer book.
You know what you can do with all that stuff.
I know. That's why I'm asking. I'm so excited.
Feed it to the monster. Did we ever get this altar? Oh no, we do know the translation of the tablet. It's mostly books, is what I'm saying.
I actually have that in my inventory. I think we have it doubled.
Yeah, if you drag and drop them, it tends to clone them, so you can just delete one of them.
I
Whichever
think
one.
we can
is
make a
not the
module for
location.
that. Have drag be move, not clone.
I'm
think
not
there
seeing
are
the
ones
list
that do
you're saying, but Jim, could I at some point in the evening go and withdraw from the Adventurers Guild and give it to luggage?
We'll sort all that between now and next time.
Okay.
Because I have some library books to write, and it seems if we're going to be asking about Azuma, it seems like Mr. Death has some fan fiction to send me as well. So of course,
I owe you a letter as well, so I'm going to put it on the to-do list.
okay, we will pick up not next week. Next week is one of the ones that we cannot, because Luca and I will be attending to business. But the following week, yes, I think that's right. Anyway, we'll be back. We'll do this off camera. Bye, everybody.